So I finally decided to go buy the top box that goes to my 42-inch US General Series 3 toolbox from Harbor Freight. I absolutely love this box, and I am seriously running out of room, so I need the storage space, and it is on sale. So every US General toolbox that I buy, I only buy if it's on sale. So I saved a little money, went and bought it. It's in the back of my truck. It is extremely heavy. It's on a pallet. I think the easiest way to do this is to clear the crap off of this bottom portion and make a little, little path leading out to the back of my truck, and just wheel the whole bottom portion out there and slide it off on top of that, and then wheel it back in. So that really wasn't too bad. It's obviously heavy, but I think it's doable by yourself. It only took me a couple minutes to do this. It is just shy of 242 pounds. When Harbor Freight loads this in the back of your truck, it's basically at the height you kind of need it anyway, so you don't have to go that far with it. If you do what I did and just, slide this thing off of the pallet, off the back of your truck, and then right on top of your bottom box, it's pretty easy. It's actually heavy enough that I thought the pallet was screwed or bolted to the bottom, but it's not. It's just heavy enough that I really had to lift it up to get the pallet to kind of separate from it. So one person can do it. So anyway, obviously I got it in here, and there's no really assembly required. Everything's good to go. It came with the keys and everything. So basically I just have to put this thing back where it was, and I have to take some stuff off the walls and remove some of my magnets off the side of my other box there. But before I do that, I wanted to point this out because somebody's going to say something about it. Somebody always does. I know this handle is not on the proper side of this bottom box. So if you notice, my swivel casters are on the wrong side. So your handle should always be on the same side as your swivels. So in this case, my swivel casters should be right there. What happened was, when I was putting this bottom box together, I wasn't really thinking about that. So I just kind of threw the wheels on there, and when I kind of decided on where I wanted all my boxes to be, I wanted the right side of my 42-inch to butt right up against the left side of my 27. And I wanted them right up against each other, and that's not because I bolt them together. It's just because it looks nice that way. And then of course, if the handle were on here, I'd have like a 4 or 5 inch gap right there, and that'd drive me nuts. So I took the handle off of there and realized right away that the casters needed to be moved too. I just haven't done it yet, just because I don't really care. You can still move it around. It's awkward and it takes a little bit more effort, but it's not impossible. So I just wanted to point that out because somebody always says something about it, and I know about it. So it's good. I can still move it. A lot of people too, they kind of say that you should bolt these together. I don't do that. Mostly because I don't like having them bolted together in case of emergencies, and then you got to pull all the drawers out, undo the bolts, and then it's just a whole thing. If for some reason I had to move these for something, I don't want to have to unbolt them every time. I know it's a safety thing. If you have them bolted together and you're opening up a bunch of drawers, having these bolted together might actually prevent one of these boxes from tipping over by having it bolted to another one. But the problem with that is I'm not one of those people that opens up every drawer in their box and leaves them open. I know better than that. I've never ever done that. Never will. I open up one drawer at a time. I grab what I need, and I shut it, and that's the end of it. So I really don't need them bolted together for safety reasons. And these boxes do not move an inch. They weigh so much. Wherever I park them is exactly where they stay. This box, even without the top one on there, weighs probably 1,000 pounds at least, and it does not move at all, especially if you lock the swivel casters. But anyway, I just thought I'd point those things out. But let's get this thing put back where it needs to be. That'll work. Right there. This thing's so heavy it ain't gonna move. There it goes. Sweet. So that's how it's looking. It does look crazy being a huge, setup of toolboxes, but to be honest with you, these three are already full, and I'll have this new one filled up in no time, and then I'll be back in a storage crisis again. I have tools and parts and all kinds of crap just all over the place. It's just an absolute mess. These things here are full. It's just... yeah, I have stuff pouring out of my ears here, and that's why I needed to get this so bad. So I totally forgot about this video. I've had this for several weeks now. I've been really busy, so I haven't properly organized it yet. But right away, I took all my overflowing tools out of my other boxes, put it in the new one here, and it's been great so far. As you can see, I even got the new mini box from US General, because they finally got it in green. I have no idea what I'm going to put in it, but less than 20 bucks, can't beat that. It's been sitting up here for about a month before I unboxed it. As far as this 42-inch top box goes, really a toolbox is only as good as your ability to organize it, if that makes any sense. When I put tools in my toolboxes, I always make sure the important stuff is at least waist height or higher. So the bottom drawers here have stuff that I don't use very often, or even just stuff that I'm storing, so just so you don't have to bend over as much. So basically these top drawers on these boxes and higher, this is all the important stuff. But anyway, with that being said, the largest drawer in this new one, I have hammers in there and a couple longer pipe wrenches, and I know it looks like there's not a lot in this drawer right now. There's a lot of extra space, which is fine. And really the whole point of buying more toolboxes is so you don't have to overfill every drawer so much that you're rummaging around for stuff. I hate doing that. I don't want to have to like move one thing out of the way to get another. It drives me crazy. But anyway, this drawer is pretty deep, so it's good for hammers or even sockets that have to stand up. These sockets will not fit in any of these drawers standing up except for the deep ones, at least with these particular boxes from US General. So this would be good for sockets too. But got hammers in there, got a couple pairs of crescent wrenches, a couple pairs of pipe wrenches. Kind of overdoing it there. I have way too many of each tool. It's kind of a problem I have. But now this drawer right here, for some reason I'm always grabbing for a pick or a brush or a scraper. I don't know why. I'm always tearing apart something that's old and greasy or whatever, so I'm always cleaning things. And this drawer, or the contents of this drawer, used to be down there, and I got sick of it being down there, and that's why I moved it up here. This is an important one for whatever reason. Then my top drawer here has my long needle nose pliers. I use these all the time. One of the best hand tools I've ever gotten. I got my cable cutters. I use those a lot. Nail cutters / puller, vice grips. Extras of all kinds of different things. You never know when you're going to need more. I got 2 or 3 pairs of pliers in here. And And like I said, I know there's a lot of airspace in this right now, but I have to redo all these boxes again. There's no reason everything needs to be flat on the bottom of the drawer. There's plenty of space in there for more tools. I just have it like this for now. I didn't realize what a problem I had until I really laid these all out next to each other. Same thing, some channel locks, some needle nose, some side cutters. This is a really old pair of snap-on snips. Pretty cool. But like I said, I don't have to dig for anything. It's right there right away. So it's kind of something I like about not filling up the drawers too much. Always grabbing for something related to air. I have my gauges, my, you know, anything for filling tires. Got my Bauer 20 volt inflator. Use that to bleed brakes on Chevys, at least GM vehicles. So blowers, all kinds of stuff. So I got all the air stuff here, and this 12 volt or this 20 volt inflator barely fits in there, but it does. So that's cool. And then this drawer right here is ridiculous. I really don't need to have this stuff in here. This is just hydraulic related stuff. I got my 12 volt actuator for one of my little dump trailer projects. I got barrel hinges, a mount for a hydraulic pump. It's, yeah, just these don't need to be in there. I just threw them in there for now. One thing that I never do is put the cover down. I have no reason to, but if you're a technician, it is nice that they have them. If you need to lock your tools, you don't want anyone stealing your tools, they do come with keys and you can do that. And it is pretty deep too, so you can fit, you know, quite a bit under there. One thing that I never really noticed about these toolboxes is that on the keys, I don't know if you can see that, this says 159. They're numbered. And then the lock on the toolbox has the corresponding number. I don't know why I didn't even notice that until I was putting my tools away in this new box. But that's really nice they do that, because I have 6 different US General boxes that have keys. So I'd have to, if they weren't numbered, I'd basically have to try out every set of keys on each different toolbox to find the right ones. It is nice that they number them. And then you can always get their magnetic accessory holder things they got if you need a place to put cans or things that need to be quickly accessible, like tape measures. I use a tape measure every day, so I need to have one that's, you know, right there all the time. You don't even have to look for it. Or a knife. So you can always get those. But anyway, I have no complaints, no criticism really about any of these boxes at all. So I think US General makes awesome toolboxes and you know, great accessories. And if I did leave you with one piece of advice, it would be buy a toolbox that's a little bit bigger than what you think you need. What I mean by that is I just bought the 42-inch top box because I had already bought the 42-inch bottom box. If I could go back in time, I would have bought the 56 or the 72-inch bottom box. That way you just had, you know, one really large box. But it's not the end of the world. But, you know, you can always buy a 72-inch bottom box and put a 42-inch top box on it and then have an open workspace, if that makes sense. But I like the setup, so if anyone has any questions or anything, let me know. And it's 5 degrees here in my shop, so I'm going to close out this video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.